Hello. I am doing a buyer's guide slash new owner's guide for Mark 3 MR2. Ollie, good mate of mine, haven't spoken to him for years, been chatting recently, has asked for a buyer's guide because he's quite enjoyed the videos. So this is not, sorry, we have my dog here. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to be me rambling on. I have already rambled once, but the video made no sense because I missed loads of stuff out, so I'm going to start again. So excuse me, I have written notes this time, so I will try and remember. Let's not turn it off like I did last week. Go. So this time we have the help of Bella. So hey Bell. She's keeps throwing her ball at us. We've got Bess as well. Hey Bessie Boo. Yeah, they're happy. So, anyway, let's start with this. So, we're going to do it on my one because we don't have the red one here anymore. The empty gap is there and the Monaro sat over here, which this video was going to be on, but I thought I'd do this one instead. The red one, if you want to see what's going on with the red one, Andy is continuing it on his own little YouTube channel. Stop squeaking. On his own YouTube channel, which I will put the link in the description below. Sorry for the squeak. So let's start at the top of my list. So you have a facelift and a pre-facelift. I can't remember what years they swap over. I think it's a 2002. I think somebody put me right. Easiest way is just have a look at the car. You'll soon be able to tell. So first big difference is going to be the headlights now. On the facelift, this bit's chrome, and you've got the projector headlights. Mine are a bit foggy. We are doing this on my car, which is of course modified, but the dynamics are still the same. The pre-facelift has just one giant headlight. They aren't interchangeable, not without a lot of wiring modification, which you can do, but it's just not worth it. The facelift as well has this bumper with fog lights and a ball. Hang on, let's get the ball. She will do this throughout the video. I apologise profusely, and she's lost that. Go get another ball. Look, now she's sitting expectantly. I'll move it in a minute. So we have the facelift front bumper. The pre-facelift doesn't have the fog lights, and it's a lot of a squarer front. You'll soon be able to tell this is the facelift. The side skirts are optional. Some cars have got them. I think they're TRD side skirts. I've got them. Most cars don't, to be honest with you. The rear, you have these lights. The facelift, the pre-facelift ones are different. These are facelift lights with the two clear bits here. Also, the rear bumper would be full here, and the facelift has a little extra bit here. Like I say, as soon as you see it, you will see the difference. Right. Retrieve the ball, so doggy is now happy. Go get it, lunatic. So other facelift changes is the wheels on the pre-facelift and facelift are the same style, but they are 15s on the front, 15s on the back for the pre-facelift, and they are 15s on the front, 16s on the back for the facelift. So pre-facelift is 15s all round, 205s on the back, 185s on the front. On the facelift, it's, I think it's still 185s on the front and 215s on the rear, but they're 16s. We also have inside, one of the other changes is the clocks on the facelift. I think the ball's just gone. That dog's such an idiot. The facelift has these little lines, and the pre-facelift doesn't. Also, the facelift has a 6-speed box. Pre-facelift is a 5-speed box. In the UK, both gearboxes are limited slip diff. So going into the engine bay, both cars have 138 brake horsepower. They've got, let me think about this now. On the facelift, they upgraded the piston rings, I believe, due to oil burning issues from the pre-cats breaking down. So there is some slight internal changes between facelift and pre-facelift engines. I don't think there's any real external way of checking which one you've got in case someone's changed it. Someone might be able to tell us, but I don't know off the top of my head. Normally you'd have two cats here. These are pre-cats, especially on the pre-facelift. Not so much on the facelift, but it still happens is they break up and they work their way back into the engine. Don't ask me how, it's just a thing that happens. So you can either get an upgraded manifold. This is a 2ZZ engine swap, so I've had to have a different manifold anyway. But you can get a Toyo Sports manifold quite cheaply, or you can do what most people do and take this off, gut the cats and then put it back on again. That doesn't affect your MOTs or anything like that, makes it sound a bit nicer. You do have issues you have with the engine bay are the, like I say, the pre-cats. You also have on the top of the two pre-cats, you'd have one lambda sensor and two lambda sensors. Now this is bank 1 sensor 1 this side, bank 2 sensor 1 this side. You'd also then follow it down around. This is different because I've got an aftermarket ECU, so ignore that. You then have the cat, you then have another one here. This is bank 1 sensor 2. So if you do an OBD read, that's the difference. That's the banks. And then the sensors are all the same, apart from these two have a shorter cable. This one has a longer cable. So that one will work in these. These ones won't work in there. Normally you'd have the intake comes around down here, and you have the airbox sort of here. Now, one of the things that you can do is a little upgrade if you want, is out the back of the airbox, which normally sits here, comes around here. The intake size goes from, I think it's like 3 inch down to like 2 inch. So you can take that little bit of plastic off. I routed another bit of plastic sheathing over the top when I did mine. Just something worth having a look at. Just trying to think. Oh, also between the facelift and the pre-facelift is strengthening. They added some underbody strengthening on the facelifts. Let's have a little look. What else have we got? So the gearbox is, I'll say you've got a 6-speed in mine because it's a facelift. I've got a different gear set and my gears are knackered and I need to resort them. I've also got an aftermarket brace on mine, which you can see down there. Things to check out for it is down here, this little cap. I'm going to move the phone so you can see it a bit easier. So this little cap here, that holds the tensioner for the timing chain, so they can leak as well. It's quite easy to change. There's plenty of guides online on how to change them. That's always worth a look because they do tend to dribble sort of down here. I think that's all right in the engine bay. There's not really much that goes wrong with them. Like I say, they can burn oil, but you're not really going to know that. There's your engine oil level. There's not really much you can do to tell whether it's burning oil or not, to be fair, unless you drive it and run it for a while. You've got the coolant bottles off to the side here. It should be between low and full, ignore mine, and then it should go up when you're running it by an inch or so because it expands. It shouldn't drop unless you've got a leak. The coolant system is very good on these. You normally have a cover here. I've seen lots of times. I realise that. I'm thinking. See, I've done it again. Sorry. You normally have a cover here, like a heat manifold, a heat shield around them. That's kind of it for the exhaust, really. Normally it's a single exit on, I can't think now, that side. Normally single exit on that side. If you get a twin exit, one either side, it's quite likely it's a TRD one. But you'd have to check. I don't know which one you're going to have. Mine comes out here because rude boy. Can't believe I've done that, sorry. What else do we think? What else do we think? Look, I've got my list. That's it for the engine bay. If you want to work in the engine bay, the easiest thing to do is to take this 1, 2, 3, 4, take that strut brace out of the way. Makes life a lot easier. This is on every car, so your car should have it. Batteries over here. Positive this side, it's only a small battery. That's all I can think of for the engine bay. The differences you'd have as well, you'd have a carbon canister here. I've got this because I haven't got a carbon canister. That's it I can think for under the engine bay. Now for the problem with all Japanese cars, rust. Lots of buyer's guides say they don't rust. They really do. Not in lots of places. This rear subframe is one of the main culprits. Have a good check up around here. You have to be careful of these toe bolts, adjustment bolts. They tend to go solid inside the bush. Not much you can do about really, except cut them out. This has had a new one because my one was rusty. So this one's actually already been changed. I got it from, I think TCB I got it from for about 300 quid brand new from Toyota. But have a good look over them because they do rust. Now other places they rust would be up under here. So get down underneath, put the old light on the old camera, and have a look up here behind the seal, because they tend to rust up around here. Mine's still got surface rust on it. That's where I was doing a video earlier. But yeah, make sure it's all clear up around there. You can see where people jacked it up badly on the seal. They also go on this road panel here. You see mine's there, but this is not structural because every single panel on this car, except the windscreen surround, actually unbolts. So if you got damage on any panel at all, I won't worry too much about bodywork because you can replace all the panels. I say the only body panel you can't is this one. All the rest you can just unbolt. Oh, this one as well. This one's not. But every other panel, I'll do a video on that at some point. Another thing to check is to up here is if someone's jacked up like they have with mine in the wrong place and bent all of this up. So check that because I've got to straighten this out, but it's worth checking because you might be able to knock some money off. But again, check up under here because you get holes here. The other places are under the front subframes go on these badly. So check up here, check this up right here, check across, give all of this a good poke and prod and make sure it's okay. Oh, you have another ball. Let's retrieve that. Yeah, and then underneath the rad as well, because the rad supports on these rust out. So they're all worth a look for rust. It's kind of the only places they really rust. And then opening up the underneath the bonnet is inside glove box, pull handle, opens the bonnet. Under bonnet, you'd normally have all of this is covered in plastic. Mine isn't, mainly because of the strut brace. Have a good look down on this subframe or support bracket all the way across for rust. Also up here they tend to go as well. So have a good check there. Alright, sorry, yes. So check for rust here on the upright. Other than that, I mean, that's the worst places they rust. Check over normally. I've got crap. You can see I've got lots of surfacey rust type stuff on here. Bolt snap. Bolt. Oh, damn it! I nearly got it. Like I say, check under there. Have a good look underneath here for rust up under. Let's see if I can get under here. Lots of plastic covers underneath here, so just have a good look for rust. So whilst you're under the bonnet, get the ball and throw it for the dog. Inside here, you should have a spare wheel, a toolkit. You should have a wheel chock. You should also have the hoses to do the coolant lines, because you've got a bleed here which you use it for, and a bleed down here which you use it for. I keep spare coolant and oil. You also get a little toolkit as well. Oh my god, these dogs drive me mad. There you go. And then normally this is just clipped and you can lift it, but the TRD brace stops that. So you also have under here, this is the power steering fluid, and then you also have the brake fluid here, and then you have, this is the washer bottle. So we drop that down. Shall we see what's next on my list? What have I missed so far? Special editions. Oh yeah, I haven't spoken about them. So this one's a red edition, which means we get a red roof, we get a red interior here, and we would normally have red leather seats. Now the red edition only came in silver and grey. You did get a turbo, but it was a rare edition by Toyota. TTE, I think it was TTE turbo. Very, very hard to come by. There's only a few of them. You get the VM 180, which the VM 180, look, there you go, I've written it down. The VM 180 has 155 horsepower. Don't really know much about it. I've only ever seen one of them, so they're quite rare. What else have we got? Oh, that was another thing. Whilst we're under the bonnet, a lot of people complain on these that you can end up with a little bit notchy steering or a little bit tight steering. Now the steering is very light on these, but they can get quite notchy. Now if it is notchy, you take out the plastic cover, which you would have seen on my coolant video, and it'll be, let's focus, this down here, this joint, the steering joint down here. Spray it up with, I use silicone lubricant, some people use grease, some people use WD, whatever you want. Just give it a little spray up, rotate, spray it up, just give it a good clean up, and hopefully that'll clear it. If it doesn't, you'll have to replace it, but normally just spraying it up does sort it out. So that's it for under there. Let's try that again. Let's go. Oh, handbrake. So the handbrakes are useless on these. If you park on a hill, leave it in git. If you park on, oh for God's sakes, we've got both of them out here. Look, they throw it through there. Look, look. Here we go. Say hey y'all. Say hey busy boo. Ready? Ready? Here. Go on in. Go on now. Go get it. Right. So handbrakes are useless. My handbrake is currently on. Give you an example. That's my handbrake on. I need to tighten it. So the cables go up and they're under the fuel tank, or where the fuel tank is. So you do have to drop the fuel tank a little bit to change them. To change the handbrake cables, let's go inside for a bit. Not change the handbrake, you can adjust it. You can see mine's quite high, so I'm going to have to tighten mine. There's two screws, one down this side, one down this side, one here, and one here, here. This whole plastic bit lifts off, and then here there is a nut you can adjust which pulls the handbrake cables tighter. So there you go, that's better. Mine's tight now. So inside, what have we got inside to show you? Let's have a think about this. Your keys should look like that. Mine's broken because I broke it, so it would normally look like that with unlock and lock on it. You get a ding with the door open with the keys in the ignition. Turn the ignition on. Oh, I've got the light on, that's why. There you go. So this would normally be up as well. Don't ask. We've got passenger. We've got the engine management light, battery, and then, like I said before, you got the extra lines. This bit I've added. Ignore that. The speedo, even if the rev counter, even if you fit a 2ZZ engine, the rev counter stops at 8. I just liked the look. I do want to change the rev counter because mine rev around to, I think it's 8.7. I think my rev limit's at, or 8.5, somewhere around there. So I do need to fit a shift light or something, because at the moment it just bounces off the limiter. So because you never know when you're quite going to get there. But here we go. Interior, I've got aftermarket knobs, but these are quite easy. These, I'm sure they just pull off, but yeah, they're quite nice. They're a bit more weighty, these ones. Normally you'd have cup holders here and a cigarette lighter. Doesn't fit with this stereo that I've got. Oh, this is my old car, because this is what it used to be fitted in. Oh, what am I listening to? It's going to be really embarrassing now. Ah, President of the United States of America. There you go. Right, now, I'll shut up. Right, so I say you got the glove box, you got the pull holder. I'm going to open the door because I'm melting. My car really needs a clean, but you've also got fuel cap pull, engine lid pull, and then you've got this little lock which we've been asked about a few times. This basically locks these so you can go out, leave your roof down and lock these, and people can't get into your engine bay or anything like that. Same with here, you've got a lock on the front so people can't get under the front. There is an immobiliser on here, so the car's fairly safe and secure. Keep an eye on this one in case you can't put your windows up and down for some reason. People hit that with their knee because if they're really tall, like Andy. I fitted a flat bottom steering wheel, so it's a standard wheel, and then I got it altered by Wheel Bros, I think it was. I sent this away to. Made it a little bit thicker, which I quite like. I've got Alcantara top and bottom because I don't hold onto it at the top and bottom, because I hold it like that. I quite like that. That's quite a nice look. These are really easy to heel and tow, tow and heel, whatever you want to call it. And then you've got in the back. So normally you'd have these wouldn't be here, and you'd have a big door here. Let's go back a little bit. You'd have a big door here, which flaps down, and that gives you your storage space. It's not a huge amount of storage space. Now, if you've got the roof up, you have got quite a big storage space here as well. You can put a bag on if you're quite happy not to put the roof down. I mean, for me, it's convertible. If it's not raining, or even if it's raining most of the time, the roof is down for me because I love the roof being down. I've taken the doors off because I want it to fit the speakers, and also with the doors off, you get a little bit extra storage space there because you can go right up against the back of the seat. Personal choice. The ECU is tucked behind here. Now I've got an aftermarket ECU, so this wouldn't normally be here. You'd normally get quite a bit more space. Say hello, Mr. Toyota. Saying lots still. Sorry about that. I've got a data logger in here for my aftermarket ECU. Got my little Fox. That's nothing to do with the buyer's guide. Sorry. You do have on the 6-speed, because where reverse is, you put it in reverse, you get a beep. The reason for that is because it's very easy to go from when you're slowing down to go first. If you go, it's quite easy to go like that. Now it doesn't seem easy when you're here, but it is very easy to go like that. And if you didn't beep it, you quite easily reverse into the car behind you. So because it's not like you've got to push it down or pull it up, it literally pushes over into reverse. So be warned of that. Some people ask to take the beeper off. I don't think it's a good idea because it's too easy to put it in reverse by accident. The roof. Right, let's have a look over the roof. I think it's everything inside. It's all hardy plastics. It's just wear and tear, really. There's not really anything that goes wrong as far as I'm aware. It's a Toyota at the end of the day. There's not really a lot. Rust is the biggest issue. The engines are good. You do have to watch for the drain holes on these. So the easiest way to check these is to turn some water on, get it soaked, stick water on here. The water will go down the side and we'll pour it out underneath like that. That's what you want to see. Because what you want to have a look at, especially if you're going to look at a new car, is all again. There you go. Is get behind here. I've got aftermarket seats, obviously. Check down here for the floor being wet. Check in here for the floor being wet as well. Oh, not the floor, but this can fill up with water as well in here, because the water comes down here, and then inside here there's a bag with a little grill filtery thing at the bottom, which then goes into here, which by the magic of camera work I can pull out this, which I can flip into here. You can pull this front off. Don't look after your paperwork, I do. Hang on. There we go. You can pull that off. It's got 3 clips. 1, 3 clips, and then you've got this here. So lift that out, and I've got a bit of goo in there, but that's actually quite clean. You can see where the water's coming out. So it goes from inside there, comes down, which is why if you've got a tear or something here, you don't need to worry about it too much, because the bag is here. Water comes out here, goes down, comes out underneath. So just make sure that this isn't blocked up, and same on the one on the inside, which I will do a video of how to get to. I'll fit that back on in a sec. So that's in there. Like I say, you've got quite a bit of storage space now. Putting the roof down, you got these catches here, so you push this bit here and you pull here, make sure that's pulled all the way down. Same over on this side, pull that down. Now you got this, you start pushing it back. What you want to do now, if it's been a hot sunny day, the roof will go straight back. You'll find normally it stops about here. What you want to do is get hold onto the glass, just push it down there, push it down like that, and that helps it go down. It stops you damaging the glass as well. It then goes down and clips here. So there's a clip here. You do have this if you want to put it up. I can't in a minute because my seat's in the way. You tilt the seat forwards and it comes up. It's like a little wind deflector. I don't like it. I don't put it up. I don't really notice it, but it is there. Oh, come on in. And then putting it back up is the exact. Oh, watch out for these. People complain about these. They say they're the ears and they tuck them in. I don't know how they tuck them in. I don't. I think as they put them down, they push them in. I never do it. Some people will turn around and say, "Oh, you should do that." I don't. Car. And then open the doors or undo the windows because it's easier with the windows out of the way. And then you pull this bit here. That lifts the roof up. Pull the roof up a little bit of a way. And then I don't know how you do this, I get hold of this bit here and I just lift it, just push it up, just to know that the window's clear. And you can obviously do it from outside. That then pulls it down, because otherwise the window catches down there. And then putting it back on, get hold onto this bit here, I always put it there. And then you pull the clip. So I always push that over. This is an old roof, which is why I take a little bit more care. Some people you can just do that and it just pulls it, but I find it easier just to do that like that. Same again from the outside. Again, I've pushed this down. It stopped about there, so give the glass a little push down from underneath. It goes down, and like I say, if you want to do it from outside, put it up and just get hold onto this bit here. Just lift it, just pull it away so there's no tension on it, and then the roof goes a lot easier. And that makes life, put it together, not quite lined up there, there you go, perfect, there you go. Right, I think we're there. Have a little look at my notes, see if there's anything else. Handbrake, storage drains. Yeah, I think that just about covers everything. Throw the ball. Put the dog one last time. Because they're loons, look. Go get it. Say bye, dogs. Enjoy. Hope that's helped someone. Yeah. Enjoy. Bye-bye.